I'm also like half of the world, like knee deep in the new season of Love Is Blind. And I just want black women to stop going on dating reality shows. There's nothing there for us but embarrassment and shame. Like half the time, most black women don't even make it out of the pods. If we're speaking of Love Is Blind specifically, the two black women who found love out of the 7 seasons or 8 seasons of 9, whatever of Love Is Blind that exists are
9 seasons?
anomalies, huh?
9 seasons?
I'm guessing. I don't know, but there's been a good amount. There's been
I
like
think
at
this
least
is
7.
5, 6.
6, 7?
Anyway, it's
I
not
heard
for
7.
us.
I heard
I heard
somebody
seven.
whisper 7
I heard
loudly.
a
not
7
for us.
whisper coming from
I heard
one
a
of the
strong
crew.
7. I heard a strong 7.
7.
And that's the one we're talking about American, U.S. Love Is
Oh,
Blind,
yeah.
because there's UK.
Yeah.
There's literally one that says Habibi.
I
Love
saw
Is
that the
Blind,
other
and
day. I was like,
I said, we're
"Ooh."
taking this too far. There's South Africa, there's Brazil. So
I
there's a
don't
lot
think
of
that- I
iterations,
think
but my
that
point is that in all of them, a black
it's not
woman
for
is
us.
getting embarrassed.
I also think that the experiment is compromised at this point. Like,
For sure. For sure.
you can only do that. If they were smart and they had the budget, what they would have done was film 4 seasons all at once, so that the experiment remained fresh. But now it's like,
I don't know the experiment.
okay, the experiment
You,
is
you wait, you've
go,
never even watched this episode of Love Is Blind?
I have not.
okay, so
What's it like to be a
it's
free
it
black
really is.
woman?
I know you.
I'm not being shamed.
What lives rent free in your head? Because Love Is Blind.
Drag race.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, the experiment is 20 women, 20 men come stay in a house in separate quarters, gendered quarters, and then they date each other behind a wall.
Like they can't see each
They
other.
can't
You
see each
can't
other.
see each other.
And they
Oh.
date for like 10 days,
Yeah.
intense. And at the end, you're like, the goal is that you marry somebody.
You propose.
You get a proposal, sight unseen. And then, but you've talked to them, so you know everything. You go deep into Love Is Blind, and then you go out
And then when you
and you see, and you're like, and you can tell immediately the ones that are compatible and the ones that are not. The ones
ones
that
who are
are not,
attracted
that are
and the
like
ones that are
giving the
not.
church hugs like this, or
Right.
or like their face are like
But is it like, I didn't know you were black?
sometimes.
They couldn't tell by the voice.
I
Sometimes,
could
no, a lot
always
of times they do. A lot of times they say like, "You sound what?" And let me tell you something. Nobody's talked about race more icky than Love Is Blind DC.
Yes.
Which is interesting to me because this is the first one in DC.
Yeah.
And like there was one person who casually was like, "You sound white. Are you white?" And she was like, "Yeah." Like she didn't question it, or he was like, one was like trying to figure out if the girl he was talking to was a white woman, and she didn't want to tell him her race, and she's Asian, and he kind of spiraled a little bit at the idea that she might not be white. Like he was fine once they saw each other, but like you could tell he had to have like a night to himself, where he really had to get himself together about it. And another one of them white men who found out that he was like 10% black or something, when the black woman that he was talking to was sharing about her mixed background, because she's like mixed diaspora background, he called her a mutt. He was also, you're a mutt. And I said, excuse me? Did you
Whoa.
say mutt? And she was like,
Whoa.
yeah, I'm a mutt.
Oh, hell no.
And then the other black girl talked about how she dated a man who voted for Trump for a while. And
oh,
I'm
yeah.
like,
I was like,
I'm like, what's happening with the black people in Love Is Blind DC?
Wait, she was in DC?
I don't
This
think
is
these
like
are
they're
real
based on their
DCers,
cities.
though.
This-
This is a DMV cast, because
You
Cat's
not
driving
you
up
not
from
claiming?
Richmond.
She said
No,
it's
that's
DMV.
not. That is DMV. Like they
screaming,
they
Potomac.
recruited from like the whole area, because first of all, if they only recruited out of DC, I would have known somebody.
Right.
I've been
Some of
there
them
too
too.
long.
The Asian woman and the other one. Some of them work on the Hill and Policy. Some of them said.
Yeah, they're younger though.
But yes. But anyway, long story short, the black women on this show, child, one of them was found nasty text messages in her phone that her fiance was sending to some other woman, and the other one is dealing with a narcissist who, after, like, I'm sorry, I should have said spoiler alert. Like,
It's been out.
it's been out. You should. By the time this comes out, we'll know the show will be over. The season will be over. So, but the other one, and this is the thing that pissed me off this week, was watching one of the black couples where the girl, literally, the man just got done making her sick father shed tears as he asked him for his daughter's hand in marriage. Read a whole letter, was dead ass grilled stuff. You know, like real tradition was being broken, right? And had this 60-something black man crying on national television, only to 48 hours
Hours.
later break up with the girl.
Not just break up.
No, yeah, but off some naps.
Nappy
It's a
hair?
bad and one day of bad
No,
texting,
nap.
like literal
Oh.
sleeping. She took so many naps
was
for
like a
his
kitchen?
liking, and wasn't texting him the way she wanted. And she was like, "You have to communicate your stuff. You have to communicate." And he was kind of like, "Yeah, nah, I'm good off having to communicate. I actually never want to see you or talk to you again."
It was like
Why do we
It-
love this show?
no. Well,
That's
I
the
will
question
say.
we have to ask
I was like,
I
it
will
sounds like you
say-
hate it.
I will say,
we hate watch it.
I wasn't watching it
It's my
until you.
it's my fault. It's my fault. I hate watch it.
Enjoying Wait a Minute? Well, drop some comments in the comment section. And if you want more of Wait a Minute, don't forget to subscribe.